Good morning, everyone. This is an elective course, open elective course, that is Construction Technology and Management. So, in the first unit, you have Introduction to Construction Management. So, initially, we'll be discussing about the objectives and functions of a construction management. So, what are the objectives of construction management? The first objective, generally in the construction engineering and management, the first objective will be you need to complete the project within the stipulated time and cost. Whenever if you're going for a project, you're taking up any construction work, so your initial objective is you need to set up the duration, and you need to know what is the cost of the construction. So you will be knowing the cost of the construction with the estimation, that is you'll be taking out the estimate. So with the help of the estimates, you'll be coming to know what is the exact budget of the project. That is estimation, like you know very well, like estimation is the why we are going for the estimates, to know the probable cost of the construction beforehand. So with that, a quantity surveyor will be giving the estimate. So based on that, we'll be knowing the what is the budget of the project. And the second one is you require the resources. Second objective, resources like men, material, labors, space, funds, equipments, machineries, etc. Men in a sense like engineers, laborers like skilled labor, unskilled labor, bar benders, carpenters, coolies, men mazdoor, women mazdoor, etc. Materials like fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, cement, tiles, etc. These are the few basic materials. Machineries, like you want at construction site, you want a batching plant, miller mix, where like batching plant, you can set up your own batching plant. If this construction work is really very big and all, you are going for the a number of residential complexes and number of duplex villas around 200 300, then you can go for the batching plant. In the batching plant, where like concrete is manufactured in the form of RMC trucks and all, so that also plays a very important role. Excavators, you require excavators, you require dumpers, etc. And space, obviously, for storing the materials. For carpenters, bar benders, where they need to work, they need to mold the steel, cut the steel and all, for them they require the space. And also storerooms also plays a very important role in the construction site. So likewise, you want the important construction resources. In the same manner, like you're going for the safe and satisfactory working conditions, because safe and satisfactory working conditions also plays a very important role. Initially, what is the role of a project manager? He must see that like the safety of the employees as well as the safety of the labors, this plays a vital role. So he is overall the responsible person to the owner as well. So, and a very big responsibility will be there on his shoulders, and he makes sure that like he's taking care of the employees. And the next fourth one is like you're taking the decisions, taking the sound decisions. Sound decisions is like correct decisions, at what time what decision you need to take regarding how to maintain a good quality, how to improve the quality in the construction site and all. So that also plays a very vital role. And the next is you're motivating the engineers. How you're motivating the engineers, like they are being inspired by the experienced engineers, and they are motivating, they are encouraging, and they are training them. They are giving the training courses in the civil engineering construction side, how to work. And also initially a training will be given to the junior engineers. So based on the training, they will be working in the construction side with a lot of confidence in them. And next is like you are creating an organization that work as a team. You are working as an organization. So in an organization, obviously unity should be there. If unity is there, then only all together can work, because when unity is there, obviously you can achieve the established goal within no time. So that also like plays a very key role in the objectives of construction management. So our next topic is functions of construction management. So in the functions, we have planning and scheduling. See, planning plays a very important role in construction site. So planning, like it will be main objective of planning is to achieve the specified objective, as I mentioned earlier in the objectives of construction management, to complete the project work within the stipulated time. So how can we complete the project within the stipulated time? For an example, if I'm taking any project and that project duration is around 1 year, so I need to plan for that. I need to plan for resources, I need to plan for materials, I need to plan for engineers, I need to make sure that I am conducting meeting with the architects and structural engineers regularly. So based upon the meeting and all, and finally I'm giving a sketch, finally I'm giving a plan in the form of construction activities. So I'm giving all those objectives. Why? Because I'm giving those objectives, because to complete the project, because initially whatever the dates which I have given to complete the project, I need to at least achieve 70 to 80% of the target which I have planned earlier. So this plays a very important role. So planning involves a number of formulation of alternative realistic work plans for achieving the specified objectives, and finally you are selecting a plan which is the best suited from the standpoint of the available resources and the constraints imposed upon them. It is generally deals with the aspect of what to do and how to do it. So this is about planning. What is scheduling? Once your plan is finalized, so whatever the activities you have finalized, based on that activities you are fitting those activities to a time frame is called as scheduling. So you are going for the scheduling of the activities. For excavation you gave 5 days, for PCC, that is plain cement concrete, you gave around 4 days, for DPC you gave around 7 days. So likewise, whatever the substructure, superstructure, all those activities are there, you are going for the fixing the time frame of those particular activities. Now moving on to next is organizing. See, organizing is like dividing into various sections, or dividing the people into various departments, like electrical engineer one department, civil engineering one department, mechanical engineering one department, accounts one department. So likewise you are dividing the people, and based on their specialization you are giving the task to them, so that each and every individual will perform the specified task which is given to them in order to meet up your objective, meet up your goal of the construction management. So this also plays a very important role, and with this you can also go for the flow chart. In the flow chart you can show what are their activities, what is the role of a civil engineer, what is the role of an electrical engineer, what is the role of a mechanical engineer, what is the role of a landscaping engineer, etc. So likewise each objective, like it is you are breaking down into different sections, and each section is subdivided into different categories based upon their specializations. Now moving on to staffing. So staffing is like you are recruiting the people, and because when vacancies are there in civil engineering as a at construction site, you require some civil engineers. So what you are doing, you need to fill the positions, whatever the gaps are there, you need to fill the positions. So what you'll be doing, you'll be giving an advertisement in the local newspaper. With that you'll be getting the so many lot of resumes. So based upon the well reputed percentage, I mean if they are fresher, based on their percentage, or based on their experience, you are recruiting the people, and for them you are arranging the initially, like whatever the training courses will be there of that particular construction site, and you are carrying out the proper staff assessment. So this all are the part of staffing assessment. Like you are going for the multiple choice questions. Once after the completion of the training, you are conducting an exam. Based on that, like assessment, you are coming to know what is the assessment of a particular engineer. So based on that you can encourage and improve the engineers based on this. So now directing is generally directing is like to assign the task to the individuals, supervising their work, encouraging them, motivating them, guiding their efforts, and ultimately if motivation is being given to the employees, and if remedial measures are taken to improve the employees, if they are not performing well, then immediately a senior engineer need to train subordinates, and based on that if he's improving, if you are encouraging and motivating, then definitely an individual engineer will improve, and he will give the best output to the organization. So this is called as directing. Now moving on to the controlling. See, controlling plays a very important role for ensuring effective and efficient working. Whatever the works you have planned and whatever actual things you have achieved at the construction site, that you are going for the difference between planned and actual performance. So based on that, round the table a meeting will be taken taking between the group of representatives, discussing the remedial measures, discussing the constraints and hurdles in the construction project. So based on that, they are finding some best solutions for the project, in terms of cost, in terms of labors, in terms of durations, in terms of manpowers, etc. So with this, what is ultimately happening is like you're going for the measurement of actual performance in terms of progress, quality and cost. So this also plays a very important role in controlling. Now moving on to our last function is coordinating. See, coordination plays a very important role in the functions of construction management. Coordination from the top management to the bottom management, that is from subcontractor to the client or owner. So from that, like, coordination brings together and coordinates the different departments and sections, because basically this require an efficient system and communication. If communication gap is there from the top to high level authority to the low level authority, then obviously you'll be having so many constraints into the project. So based on that, you'll be conducting a meeting, and in each meeting, each department representative will be expressing the progress of the work, expressing his ideas, and everyone is aware of his role, what is its role, what is his assistance to the particular department. With this, they are conducting regular meetings, they are conducting meetings with the top management. Based on that, they'll be identifying some problems, some construction problems. Based on that problems, some remedial measures will be taken by the high level authority. So based on that remedial measures, they'll be getting the best solution which they can implement to achieve the specified objectives. Thank you.